Hey everybody, this is Mr. McKee with Net225. Today I'm going to go ahead and go over packet tracer 1.5.10, which is verified directly connected networks. Alright, I have up my packet tracer desktop, and if you can see, I have on the right connected to R1, I have two subnets, or two LANs over there. Alright, connected through switches to PCs, and then on the right side we have R2, which is connected to two LANs and two different subnets. Of course, all the stuff on the left is IP version 4, all the stuff on the right is IP version 6, and then you have a dual stack server, which is doing both IP version 4 and IP version 6 addressing. Alright, so what we need to do first, like most of all of these packet tracers, is check out your addressing table. R1, you have 2 gigabit interfaces that are connected to your LANs. Alright, you have one serial connection, which is connected to your WAN, goes out from R1 out to the internet, and then over to R2. Alright, so we have that. We have PC1 connected here, PC2 down there. Alright, R2 has 2 gigabit interfaces connected to the two LANs on that side, and one serial connection which is going out to the WAN side of the router, out to the internet, and then over to R1 in the dual stack server. Alright, PC3, PC4, both IP version 6 addresses, and they're over there on the right hand side. Alright, so we want to verify IP version 4 directly connected networks, which are those. Verify IP version 6 directly connected networks, which are these over here. And all this stuff is related to these R1 and R2 routers. Alright, and then we'll troubleshoot connectivity issues. Alright, so let's see, background routers R1 and R2 each have two LANs. You see that? Your task is to verify the addressing on each device and verify connectivity between the LANs. And note, the user exec password is Cisco, and the privileged exec password is class. Alright, so first thing we want to do is verify IP version 4 addressing and port status on R1. And just to let you guys know too, you're going to have questions to answer. So you're going to want to use the Word document I'm going to have on the instruction sheet, as well as you're going to do some of the configuration changes in packet tracer. So you're going to submit the completed packet tracer file, the completed Word document, instruction sheet, as well as a screenshot of your completion, the activity window, which is this one on the left hand side, showing that you have 100% completed. Alright, not a very long lab, but yeah, there's a little bit to it. Alright, so first thing we want to do is check the status of the configured interfaces by filtering the output. And if you look here, I really like this packet tracer lab because they're using pipes to get a more streamlined output from your show commands. So that we're using the show IP interface brief, and we're using a pipe, and then we're excluding all the unassigned interfaces. All right, so which is kind of cool. I've pretty much never used a pipe in Cisco's iOS, so that's pretty cool. All right, and since I have to I think my CCNA runs out in November of 2020, so it'll be good as a review for all this stuff when I take my CCNA. All right, so anyways, first we want to click on R1. All right, go to the CLI. If you notice here too, see the version 15.4, I guess S5. This is newer than a lot of the other packet tracers. So hit enter. Wants me to log in with Cisco, and then go to enable, and then the password is class for privileged exec. If I type it in right, it works better. All right, so what I want to do is show IP interface brief, and then use the pipe, which is the same key as the backslash, the shift, right? Exclude unassigned. All right. So it's not assigned. It doesn't show up here. If you look right here, it's hard to see, but this actually has a one of the interfaces or modules installed that has 2 serial connections, but it's not showing up since it's not assigned. Now, if you look here too, let's see. Based on the output, correct any port status problems that you see. Well, one thing is gigabit 000, which goes that way to switch 1 to that LAN. That one's turned, it has down status, so we need to turn that one on. So that'll be our first thing. All right, so we want to go to configure terminal, and we want to do the interface of gigabit 000, and a no shutdown. Turn that one on. All right, gives us a couple logs, tells us we're up, and up down is now up. For the protocol's up, the interface is up. Hit enter to get back to the command line. All right, refer to the addressing table and verify the IP address is configured on R1. Make any corrections. This doesn't specifically tell you. You have to make a certain change, but it's telling you there's probably an issue there, or it wouldn't refer to it. All right. So what we want to do is, let's see. Let's exit out of that. Exit again. And since I can up arrow, down arrow to see my history, we can use the show IP interface brief again. Let's just verify everything's right. 21, 29. Well, that right there is wrong. Okay, so serial 010 needs to be 225 with the 4th octet. So let's do config T interface serial 010. All right. And let me see if it tells you here. Note, it really didn't tell you, but I don't think it's going to be an issue for this. But if you might have to remove an IP address from an interface if you give it an IP version 6 address and IP version 4 address. But in this case, I don't believe we need to do that. All right, let me IP address 209.165.200.225. All right, our subnet mask, since it's a CIDR 30, that's kind of like usually a dead giveaway that's the WAN side of a router, because it only gives you 4 possible IP addresses. 2 of those are used up, 1 for the network address, 1 for the broadcast address, so 2 possible IPs on that network. That more than likely is a router to router or router out to something in the internet connection, which shown right here, that's our network address, that's our first usable host address, second usable host address. So that's definitely looks right to me. So 255.255.255.252 is the same thing as /30, because you only have 4 addresses left over. And just remember, you have 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 4 addresses left over. So 5, well, 225, 226, 227, 228. 224, 225, 226. I'm sorry, 224, 225, 226, 227. 228 would be the next network. All right, but anyways, that's neither here nor there. All right, so that looks right. All right, so we're good there. Completion rate went up. I want to exit out of this thing, and you can do that a different way, but now let's look in here. That IP address looks right, matches that. So we're good there. All right. Refer to the addressing table and verify the IP address is configured on R1. We fix that. Display the routing table by filtering to start the output at the word gateway. All right. Note terms that are used to filter output can be shortened to match text as long as the match is unique. For example, gateway, gate, or GA will have the same effect. G will not, which means they're more than likely there's more than one. What they're saying is if there's more than one possible command that is G, starts with G, it won't find it, or it won't let you do that, I guess. All right, so we want to do show IP root. It has to be a unique command or filter term gate, because if I do G, will G work? Oh, but G shows you everything. All right, let's go back, gates. Yep, that's where it begins, gate. Oh, never mind. Don't worry about that. I'm thinking of a Windows machine. All right, so gateway. Let's see, show it. What is the gateway of last resort address? Well, gateway of last resort address is, I'm not going to tell you the answer, but yeah, okay. Display interface information and filter for description or connected. When using include or exclude, multiple searches can be performed by separating the search strings with the pipe symbol. So we're going to do is show interface, pipe, include, description, CONN. So what is, and after we do that, we'll find the circuit ID displayed from the output. All right, so show interface, pipe, include, ESC, pipe, CONN. Okay. So what is the circuit ID displayed from your output? All right, there's a circuit ID there. And what's cool too, they did, which is a good idea, they put descriptions for the, this is not the answer, but gigabit 000 has a description that says connection to switch 1. Gigabit 001 has connection to switch 2. So it's easy to follow, or easier to follow. All right, and there's the circuit ID, so that's the answer to that. All right. So display specific, okay, so F is display specific interface information for gigabit 000. All right, by filtering for duplex. What is the duplex setting, speed, and media type? All right, sorry about that. I entered show interfaces and pipe include duplex, which that gave me our answer, which is, I'm going to make sure, let's see, show interfaces. Well, no, take that back. Let's do, well, that answers it, but if you want to do just information for gigabit 000 by filtering for duplex. I mean, that works, I guess. All right, sorry, I keep hitting pause, but I want to make sure these commands are right when I put them in. But show, if you want to be very specific, you don't have to be that specific, but the more specific, the better when you're doing this. But show interface gigabit 000, which it's looking for, and then pipe include duplex, so include duplex info. All right, what is the duplex speed? Our duplex setting is full duplex. The speed right there, and media type RJ45. So that answers that one. Alright, so we're good with that router, it looks like. Alright, verify connectivity. PC1 and PC2 should be able to ping each other in the dual stack server. If not, verify the status of the interfaces and IP address assignments. So what I'll do is go to PC1, look at its IP address, which looks like it's right. Maybe. 20.1. 25 CIDR is that. That looks right. Doesn't have IP version 6 address. It's outside, just has a link local. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's ping. I'm just going to ping the dual stack server. We'll get one timeout for the ARP translation, and then after that, it should, yep, it should get it. Alright, so it gets it there. Let's go to PC2 and just try it. And what I'll do there is I'll ping 72.16.20.10. Alright. Then we'll ping, excuse me, we'll ping 64.100.1.10. Alright, ARP translation is done, so we don't get a timeout for our first ping packet, or ICMP packet. Alright, that sounds cool. We're good. Alright, what do we got now? Alright, part 2. Verify IP version 6 directly connected networks. Verify IP version 6 addresses and port status on R2. Alright, so show IP version 6 interface brief on R2. If you guys notice too, that looks like to me a Cisco 4321. All right, so this is a lot more updated than the older packet tracer, which would have like a, I forget, 1921s. Okay, and you can see it has the NIM2T, which is 2 serial connections. Let's go here. And you can see also there's the version of the software. Or actually, ISR 4300, universal 9K, .bin, all that good stuff. Hit enter to get the command line. Cisco user exec, enable class for privilege exec. Okay, now we can do show IPv6 interface brief. Alright, so what we got here, and this is kind of a giveaway, but refer to the addressing table and make any corrections to addressing as necessary. So we're on R2, gigabit 000. I know these IP version 6 addresses are hard to look at, but code height :12::1, that one looks right. Gigabit 00001, 13::1. Okay, that one's wrong. All right, the serial connection looks right. All right, so we need to fix this one. So let's do config T to get the global config. Interface giga 001. And also, if you guys notice, on like a 1941, it only had 2 digits, it had like gigabit 00 or 01, etc. Now it has three sections, so that's an updated. The switches are the same way, the newer ones. All right, so I want to do IPv6 address. Remember, if you type in some of the command and hit tab, if it's a unique name, it'll auto complete that command name. All right, so that worked. Just know we're on the right track. Alright, so we want to do this one, change to this one. And I may be able to highlight this. Control C, Control V, or right click, paste. That work? Yes. Alright, so cool, yeah. Well, 100% is pretty good. Alright, so we're good there. Alright, refer to the addressing table and verify all the addresses are right. We got that. Display the routing table by filtering to start the output at the word gateway. Terms used for filter command can be shortened to match text as long as the match is unique. Like I said before, for example, gateway, gate, and GA will have the same effect. G will not. Filtering is case sensitive. All right, so we're going to show the roots. We got to go back one to privilege config. Let's do show IP root pipe begin at gate. Oh, if I spell it right, that would work a lot better. Begin gate. What am I putting on IP? Oh, I'm in a config. I'm in global config. Exit. All right, now we're good. Show IP root colon, or I'm sorry, not colon. Pipe begin gate. Gateway last resort is not set. All right. All right, sorry about that. I was looking at the wrong instructions. I was looking at part one. All right, so part two. One thing I did not do, which I guess if I followed this right, show IP version for IP version 6 interface brief, show the status of the configured interfaces. For the addressing table, I'm making any corrections to the addressing as necessary. What I did not do, which I should have read it more thoroughly, configure. Well, if we look right here, show run. I have 2 IP addresses set for that interface now because I didn't take this one out, the 14. So what I want to do, Control C to break out of that, configure terminal. All right, interface gigabit 001. I want to do a no IPv6 address. And I probably can highlight this. Control C, right click paste. All right, exit. Let's do a do show run. All right, now it's out. It was graded at 100% anyways, but it wouldn't look at it looking for that removed IP address. All right, configure the correct address on the interface. I already did that previously. Let's do a Control C to break out of that. Display IP version 6 routing table. Filtering commands do not presently work with the IP version 6 commands. Display all IP version 6 addressing configured on interfaces by filtering the output of the running config. Filter the output of R2 for IP version 6 or interface. So let's go back one to privilege, just do show run, pipe include IPv6 pipe interface. Okay. How many addresses are configured on each gigabit interface? Well, there's a gigabit interface that shows you those. There's a gigabit interface that shows you those. So I'll let you guys figure that out. All right. And finally, verify connectivity with PC3 and PC4. All right, so PC3, I'm going to go ahead and it's not going to let me highlight it. Of course it's not. Ping 2001:DB8:100:1A. All right, good response by that. Let's ping, and this is easier just to highlight it. I'm doing PC3, PC4 from PC3. Let's do Control-C, type ping, and then right-click, paste. All right, good response there. Let's go up here, PC4. Let's ping. I'm pinging PC3, 12. Whoops, 12:A. All right, response back from PC3. And let's ping finally the dual stack server 201:DB8:10:0:10. Whoops, 1A. All right, good response. Cool. All right, and that is it, I believe. Were there any more questions? Nope. So make sure you guys get 100% completion on the activity window. Check results. This will show you, should show your name right there, not guessed. All right, screenshot of that. If you don't have 100%, go in there and figure out what the problem is. All right, save your .pka file so I can take a look at that, and then finally go through here. It'll be on your the Word document I'll have on the submission link for each of the assignments, but you'll need to answer all these questions listed throughout the lab, our packet tracer. All right, and that's it. Just submit those three documents, and you should be good to go. All right, I'm going to try to do as many more of these videos as I have time for over the break, but I want you guys to be ready to go, especially since it's going to be an 8-week class for Net 225 and then 226. I want to get you guys putting all these commands in, learning the commands, and the actual tests though will be they'll be separate labs. They won't be these packet tracers. So you'll need to know what you're doing, but all the information, especially the new setup, the way they have the classes set up in NetAcad, really awesome to follow along step by step how to look up all these commands or how to do configurations. All right, so this video is run a little long, but I want you guys to understand exactly what you're doing here, and hopefully you guys got some out of it. Thanks for watching.